Building one of the world's largest e-commerce companies doesn't require specialized or technical knowledge, genius level math, or even a business plan. So what does it take? Here is the story of Jack Ma, who has impacted the entire economy and internet industry of China almost single-handedly. Hello amazing viewers, it's me Famina here. If this is a content you would be interested in, do subscribe and click the bell right away. Ma Yun, also known as Jack Ma, is one of the self-made billionaires with humble beginnings. Born in Hangzhou in China, Jack Ma grew up in a low-income family during the Cultural Revolution. As a teenager, Ma wake up at 5 o'clock to visit the city's main hotel, offering US visitors tours of the city in exchange for English lessons. You wouldn't believe the number of times this man has been rejected and failed. In his early childhood, Jack Ma failed his primary school examinations twice. He failed thrice during his middle school exams. Jack Ma failed his university entrance exam twice, scoring less than 1% in maths. Eventually, in 1984, he passed and started studying English at Hangzhou Teachers Institute. He even applied and wrote to Harvard University 10 times about being admitted and got rejected each time. After graduating with a bachelor's degree in English in 1988, he applied for 30 different jobs but was rejected for all of them. Out of the 24 people who applied for KFC, Ma was the only one to be rejected. He also applied for the police force but was rejected and told he was no good. He was finally able to find a job as an English teacher at the Hangzhou Institute of Electronics and Engineering, earning as little as $12 each month. Despite facing these hurdles and rejections, Ma was determined to succeed. Relying on his English skills, in 1994, he started a translation service business, the Haibo Translation Agency, and visited the US as a translator, where he was introduced to the internet. While discovering the lack of Chinese beer in online search results, the idea of creating an online store came to his mind. This led him to create an online venture called China Page. China Page listed various Chinese businesses and products. Next, he took up a government job at the Ministry for Foreign Trade and Economic Cooperation. In 1999, he left the government job. Finally, after persuading 17 of his close friends to invest and join him in his new e-commerce startup Alibaba, the company began from his apartment. So, what is Alibaba? It is an online commerce company, a search engine, a bank, a shipping service, a messaging platform, and a media house, all in one package. Alibaba is a combination of Amazon, eBay, and PayPal with a dash of Google. Ma's idea for Alibaba was rejected and criticized by investors as unprofitable and unsustainable. For the first 3 years, the company made zero revenue and faced bankruptcy within 18 months. As e-commerce industry was seen as a threat to the traditional shop businesses, Jack Ma had to face the resistance at every step, from shopkeepers, government, and other small businesses. Through perseverance, Ma eventually secured funding of $5 million from Goldman Sachs and $20 million from SoftBank. Even after never having written a single line of code or selling something to anyone, Jack Ma runs one of the biggest e-commerce networks in the world. Within 5 years, Ma and Alibaba managed to drive eBay out of business in China. And with the help of further funding from Yahoo, Alibaba expanded and grew into the international market. Shortly after founding Alibaba, Jack Ma said, "We don't want to be number one in China. We want to be number one in the world." With this, you must have learned thinking big is more important than technical knowledge. See you in another video. Bye-bye.